Continuing on with the NFC South, here comes the fancy outlook for the 2015 New Orleans Saints. All right, they had a lot of turnover in offense this year. So even with all that turnover, I still believe Drew Brees is the top 5 quarterback in fantasy. Same thing with Matt Ryan. He's going to have to throw the ball very often because the defense isn't going to be that good. They've gotten help on defense, but Drew Brees is still going to have to fling it out to keep up with certain teams. So I have him as a top 5 quarterback this year. He's going to probably get on your nerves because he's going to throw interceptions, so be prepared for that. The running back situation is going to be a 3-headed monster between Mark Ingram, Kyrie Robinson, and C.J. Spiller. I think Mark Ingram's the guy you probably want if you're going to have to draft one early, but I wouldn't draft him too early. I think Mark Ingram is probably going to get the goal line touches. Mark Ingram's going to get the majority of the carries, but I think he's going to have to split them between 3 guys, which makes him dangerous. You might have one game where he'll get you 20 points. Next game, he might get you 10 or 6 or 5. So he'll be a frustrating back to deal with. One thing you should hope for is an injury, and then that might clear things up. But if I had to pick one, Mark Ingram's the guy I want to go after. Wide receivers, he lost Kenny Stills to a trade. They traded him to the Dolphins. So this is the year where Brandon Cooks should be the guy. Brandon Cooks should have a pretty decent year. I don't know if I'm a full believer of it, but I would take Brandon Cooks as a wide receiver 2 wouldn't be a bad option. Marquise Colston should have a bounce back. He should have a better year this year because there aren't going to be that many weapons. Sleeper guy is probably Nick Toon. That's somebody you probably can take really late. I think Nick Toon has the potential to be a breakout guy. He'll be an inconsistent guy, but he has the quiet potential to be that guy. Tight ends, no Jimmy Graham. So Josh Hill and Benjamin Watson are the 2 options I'm thinking about. Those guys will probably be low end. I don't know if either one of them are draftable. Maybe Josh Hill. But when it comes to the tight end position, with Jimmy Graham gone, because he got traded to Seattle, it's a void that hasn't been filled yet. And Drew Brees is probably going to have to throw more to his wide receivers than his running backs, which is why I think Brandon Cooks should be breaking out this year. The defense should be improved. But I still wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I would stay away from that position at all costs. Follow me on Twitter at ChampD1012. I'm out.